that's the big fear in Europe now, that people won't work because they'll get a basic income. And many people say that they should work. Work why? Because they'll have to fill their day somehow. I don't need to fill this day. I have friends. I have a place to be. I want to be here today, there tomorrow. Yeah, but you, by character, you're a person who likes studying. Okay, so you in this state, let's leap into this state. Suppose the country gives everyone $2,000-3,000, everyone, regardless of who and what you are. Someone with your character will take himself, sit in some library, maybe with a computer, research, develop something. She's smart, good at heart, she'll probably contribute to society. I immediately sit on the beach, drinking beer, having fun. There's something beautiful about this idea, because we're not starting to coerce a person to do something. Today in welfare countries, they check, are you entitled to an allowance or not? Did you work? Didn't you? You start lying. 1,000 different things. Let's do something simple. Take this money, do whatever you want. People say it will allow you to actually develop, because you'll have the basic minimum, and if you're creative, maybe you'll want to create something, open a small business. I don't know what you're gonna do. Whatever you want. What do you think? It's very simple. My opinion is, a person is the will to receive, the will to enjoy, the will to receive pleasure. This is our nature. There are pleasures which we receive and enjoy, which are food, sex, family, money, honor, knowledge. These are the basic pleasures. If we take people and divide them according to the grading of the pleasures, food, sex, family, money, honor, knowledge, and we'll check what people belong to, what pleasures, and what percentage of society is on what level. Food, obviously, everyone enjoys it. Sex, also. Today maybe it's less than it was before or more, that depends, but still, people are concerned with it. Family, you see, the desire is gone, people today don't want to get married. Money. Money, you're saying that that's it? I get a basic income. That's it. Depends. Someone will use it as a change for whatever and keep making his millions, and for someone else it's going to be his entire income, depending who you are. Yeah, depends. And all of then, honor, control, knowledge. We know that this is the pyramid. It's like Maslow's pyramid, the pyramid of needs. And what happens there? Tell us, please. A person, first of all, needs his basic needs. Once he has that, okay, so he has his basic needs. Then he can be engaged in higher desires of belonging, of self-realization. And does it really happen that way, or did he dream about that? He dreamt about it. He's a philosopher, a psychologist. In your opinion, will this idea promote people? In my opinion, this person made a mistake and took all of humanity with him. You said that this idea is destructive. Of course it's going to be destructive. So why shouldn't a country do that? In 5 or 10 years, even in 5 years, they will get people that won't want anything. It's going to be something, I don't know, people that are unworthy of everything, incapable of everything, that their language, their vocabulary will be extremely limited. Their whole point of view on life will be very limited. They'll be like cats today. This is how people are gonna be. It's a bit sad once you take away the carrot and the stick, some external motivation that forces a person to work. He becomes something very small, miserable. What made humans out of monkeys, if not necessity, coercion by nature? Yeah? So we'll get in return something worse than a monkey, because a monkey behaves according to nature. But we said at the beginning of our talk that we don't have to live like we're living now with the suffering and the pressure. We are in a situation where a person will not want to develop. He doesn't want to develop today either, unless life forces him to. Look at the younger generation. What do they want? Give them their mobile and a pizza into his room where he's locked. He won't want to come out. So a basic income for everyone is insufficient. You're not against it, but you're saying that it's insufficient. A person will have no incentive to develop. Furthermore, you're saying that it's going to be destructive, that in 5 years, unless, along with the receiving of this basic income, we force them to become a part of some educational framework. And if a person's not there, he doesn't receive the income. One depends on the other. What will I get there? You take courses, you're constantly on these courses all day long, like now, like you're at work, 10 hours, then you're on these courses for 10 hours a day. And there you study history and geography and everything there is about the world and everything there is about human society and psychology and kids' education, even if he's not married, and how to live with your spouse, even if you're not married, and how to build the right kind of life, even if he knows or doesn't know. We teach him how to become a person, a human being, with himself, with his environment, with the entire world. And we take him to museums, the planetarium, different places. We let him listen to music. We are making each and every one a human being. And what about people that don't like studying? Doesn't matter, then you get no income. That's your income. No, I mean, there are people, it's not that they like it or not. There are people that are like you, researchers by nature, but there are those that don't have the brains for it. No, I'm talking about very simple things. And then, where do I find my profession, my way? I teach them how to dance in a group, sports. They're constantly occupied with something, and it's a population of millions that starts doing it. And this is called work. Why work? Because we are making human beings. So the work in this future world, with a few machines, with a few 3D printers and so on, we can make everything. And what's my produce as a person? That you get people that know how to connect with one another, that know what they live for, that know how to behave in an environment, at home, and so on and so forth. Today, we're not educating anyone. There's no person that finishes school or in general that knows how to educate children, the psychology of a man, the psychology of a woman, the psychology of a family. You, as a psychologist, you know that it's not taught anywhere. A person, he doesn't know anything about the world, about life. He's simply being thrown into life, that's it. You know how to read, how to write, that's it. That's what he's left with after school. And here, we're engaged both in sports, culture, everything. Each one of them comes out ripe